Oops, forgot to add myself to the stream. Hello, I hope you're having a fantastic Friday today. Thank you for joining me, whether you're watching live with me here right now or on the replay. I am so stoked that you are joining me in this little live stream / video, digital media consumption, whatever it is. Feel free. I'm going to be definitely relying a lot on the comments tonight. So if anything you guys want to talk about, let's chat. Let's, nothing is off the table. This is very much a celebration. I've been wanting to do I like to do a celebration stream, every 100 subscribers I got. And last Sunday, I went over 900. Just haven't been able to do a celebration stream specifically this week. So this is it. And we're going to be talking about Rams news, injury reports, some Odell Beckham rumors. But we're going to get to all that right after this. Yes. Well, let's start off with a couple of shout outs. SG Sports Talk channel. Hello. I see you have lots of great comments and questions. I will get to all of them as soon as I give some other shout outs. But thank you very much for tuning in and for that. And thanks for being a subscriber to Payo Time. Buddy Gas, you have been an amazing subscriber for a long time now, for many, many months as I've been on this journey. And yes, he's commenting here that Sebastian Joseph Day is out, possibly going to miss a bunch of time, which is sad. But Woods is questionable with a foot injury, and Von Miller is a game time decision with his ankle. Again, I'm not, we'll go through the full injury report, but I'm not. I'm of the mindset if someone is questionable and they're not, like questionable is such a broad terms in terms of injury. I don't think Woods will miss time. I think it was more preventative with him. Miller, he did miss some time with the Broncos, so I'd be totally cool if he missed this first game. Yes, we will get to. Let's see here. Just Vibes in the house. Went to his first college party today. Had a great. Oh, cool. Yeah, congratulations. That's awesome. And then Remelia Sports Report. Hello. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, my Rams brother, Payo Time. Hearings signing OBJ. Kroenke was at Rams Heart talking to OBJ's people. Rumors Lions might claim him and he might force it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I've there's lots of things going on here. And Jarrett, thanks for tuning on in. Well, you know what, guys? I see Jared, I see your question, and sure, we'll talk about that later. But I will scroll back up here. I want to do a quick full review of the injury report here. So as we mentioned, Sebastian Joseph Day is out. Robert Woods is questionable with a foot injury. We do have Matthew Stafford had a injury status, but he didn't practice on Wednesday or Thursday, limited on Friday, and then he has no status going into this game, so we don't have to worry about that. Andrew Whitworth did practice in full today, so that's awesome, and he'll be back this game. So big Whit, yeah. Bobby Brown, he was a full practice after being on the injury pro earlier this week. He'll be there. Von Miller is questionable. He didn't practice today. Cooper Kupp, full practice today. No designation. Bryce Hopkins, same thing. Jalen Ramsey did not practice today and is questionable. His injury is listed as rest/knee injury. So just something to consider. Ernest Jones, this was kind of a surprise. He did not practice today. Just it says illness. So that does give him the questionable tag. Looking for him to definitely to play the part. That's for sure. Anyway, that's the full Rams injury report. Now let's get to your comments here. So SG Sports, you have great ones on here, but thoughts on Robert Woods? He is one of my favorite players. He's such a great leader. He really is the whole package at the receiver. He's great in blocking on the run, and he has reliable hands. Torrey Holt on Rich Eisen yesterday put Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp on his all hands team, so that was cool to see. Yeah, I love Robert Woods. He was a fantastic free agent signing when Sean McVeigh got here, and when Robert Woods goes on a jet sweep, I get pretty happy. Thoughts on Kupp? Best receiver in football right now. Statistically, you can't argue it, and just. Yeah, it's really fun because I feel like both Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp for years now, we've said, they're underrated. They're underrated. Well, this year, Cooper Kupp has been turning heads, and I don't think he's underrated now. I think people are giving him his dues, that he is one of the best receivers in football for sure. I like that you were such a diehard LA Rams fan. You were so low. Oh, thank you, SG Sports Talk. Thank you. Yeah. We have a watch party live stream for the Tennessee Titans game. I'm looking forward to that. And I'm hoping the Rams pull out the W in primetime football. Yeah. It's going to be sweet. I like your pennant with Mickey Mouse dressed up as the LA Rams gear. I'm a big fan of Mickey. Yeah. Oh, that's fun. Yeah. Yeah. I had a subscriber donate some money to my channel to get a couple of things from my background. This used to be pretty bare if you look at some of my earlier live streams and videos. And I was really thankful for that. And I'm a big fan of Disney and stuff like that. And go Mickey, yeah. All right, so Ramelia, let's talk about this, okay? I am of the mindset that I don't feel we need OBJ. But if you have a chance to sign a player that improves your roster, do it. Now, I don't think that the Rams would get him if they claimed him because we're currently 30th on the waiver priority. However, I did see Ramelius point out there's rumors that the Lions might do it because they're higher in the priority and then trade him to the Rams. I don't know if that's a scenario that would happen. I don't know if that's kind of collusion a little bit. If you were claiming a player just to trade him, I don't know if that goes against some NFL policies, especially because the trade deadline has passed, so they can't trade for him. But the Lions are definitely a team that need a receiver, so it makes sense to me. The Lions make the most sense to claim him just because they need people to catch the ball. But I do think that I think that if the Rams could somehow get him, you bring him in. It's kind of like the Titus Young situation. If any of you remember that from many years ago, that he's a possibly talented receiver. Claim him off waivers. Bring him into your building. See if he can contribute. Because if you're getting an OBJ that really is ready to put in the work to compete for a Super Bowl, I could get on board with that. However, if there's going to be like the off the field distractions and just everything that goes into that, I don't want anything to do with it. So at the same time, when you're claiming a player off waivers like this, there's not going to be much of a cap investment to him because the Browns will have to pay the majority of his contract still, like all of his guaranteed money. So that's my 2 cents about the OBJ situation. Let me know, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Are you pro OBJ? Do you want to see him in a Rams uniform? Do you think there's another team that should sign him? I think the Lions should sign him just because they need a receiver, and that would be kind of an interesting side story to their season. Jared asked, how does the Rodgers situation affect the Rams? And now, Jared, I know you're trolling here. Because it doesn't. Thankfully, the Rams do not have that kind of off the field distractions. But in the way that it does affect the Rams is Green Bay is a team that we are competing with for the number 1 seed in the NFC. And if the distractions and off the field drama continue with them, like not that I I want to beat every team at their best, but like okay, that like to me that's just another layer of distractions. You don't need it takes so much focus to succeed in the NFL as a team. So let Green Bay do their, drama, soap opera, whatever. I'm not concerned about that at all. Let's see here. I want a Rams Chargers Super Bowl this year because that would be cool. That'd be really interesting. I'm not sure the Chargers are yet ready for that. Yeah, we will see. We will see. That would be an interesting one, JV. It's always fun to imagine, what would be the most interesting storylines going into a Super Bowl, and definitely a Rams Charger one. An all LA Super Bowl in LA. That would be pretty interesting. I'm glad you like the Mickey Mouse pennant. Yeah, I love Disney too. The Sports Star, yo and hello. I had a great collab with him a couple days ago. You can watch that over on the channel. Make sure to subscribe to the Sports Star, and we can definitely, I'm sure I'll be communicating with the Sports Star after this Rams Titans game. He's a big Tennessee Titans fan. Eagles Uncensored Podcast. Hello. Welcome in. He's saying, yo, what's good, Payo? Much respect to you, sir. All your content. God bless me. Oh, God bless you as well. Thank you for subscribing and being part of this community. I really appreciate you coming in and saying that, Eagles Uncensored. And another Eagles fans in full flight today. Yo, big play Slay. Good to see you. Another fantastic NFL content creator. Really appreciate you and the support that you give to this channel and what you do over on your channel as well. Yes, for sure. I'll be there. Yeah. Yeah. Love Stafford. MVP in my book. Number 1 QB in the league and in my hearts. I am totally cool with being a biased Rams fan in that regard. And I'm hoping that Matt Stafford continues to ball out. And I love that the Rams are really helping him achieve his full potential as a quarterback. He's very talented, an arm talent, high football IQ, which is something that the Rams have been lacking in the quarterback position the past number of years. Thanks. Yeah, it's growing. I need to get. I'm going to get a little bit more hopefully soon for sure. I know I've requested some Rams gear as Christmas presents, so I'm hoping that it'll come. OBJ would be paid the league minimum if he was. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So exactly. Like it's not a big financial request. But yeah, as I said, similar to the Titus Young situation when he got cut years ago, bring him in. If you can claim him off waivers, see, how is he between the ears? Is he physically well? Is it going to be a lot of drama? Otherwise, like you can cut him easily if he is going to be a distraction. And so yeah, that's my thoughts on OBJ. Yeah, I'm totally cool. Like if the Rams do sign him, to bring him in, check him out. Awesome. If we don't, I'm pretty indifferent. I'm happy with Van Jefferson's development into our number 3 receiver. I'd love to see Ben Skowronek a little bit more. And then Coach McVeigh talked about Jacob Harris getting some more targets. And if you've been a Rams fan, Jacob Harris was kind of one of the darlings of the offseason. There was lots of hype around him in training camp. And in preseason, we saw a little bit of it. But in the regular season, I don't think he's got a single target. So, yeah. Wild Man Samurai, thanks for tuning in. You also have been an amazing subscriber. Really appreciate you talking football with me in the comments and the live streams. And he's saying, I'm predicting the Rams will get OBJ. Okay. That's really interesting. Interesting. Yeah, we'll continue to monitor the situation. If it does happen, you know me, I'm pretty quick to take my cell phone and make a little video. uh, Thoughts on Kurt Warner? I love Kurt Warner. Yeah, I know. I don't like. I it's one of those situations where like I'll always like him as a person and as a player. Sometimes he gets salty on the current Rams. I've noticed, but at the same time, I really do enjoy his. He has a YouTube channel where he breaks down quarterback film, and I really enjoy hearing him talk about quarterback play. I think he really gets it. But yeah, like I'm so stoked for that Kurt Warner movie to come out. He did help the Rams deliver a Super Bowl in our franchise, which I that was the season I became a Rams fan, and so yeah, I really love Kurt Warner in that regards. OBJ is a psycho. Yeah, see North Alford, that's my concern. Like I just only bring them in if it's like you really get to have a genuine conversation of like check them out between the ears. But yeah, I'm not super like, well, we gotta go get him. I see that happening all over Twitter right now with a lot of Rams fans, and yeah, that's not where I am. I'm trying to take a more level-headed approach of like, well, if you get them off waivers, like, the talent could possibly be there. But at the same time, Kevin Stefanski in Cleveland is no joke of an OC. And play caller. So you wonder why he could, if the talent was still there, you wonder why he couldn't figure out how to use OBJ. That it is bizarre. It really is. Yeah, he's Thoughts on Sam Bradford? Oh, Sam Bradford. Oh, Sam Bradford. He was the like most classic. Oh, when healthy, Sam Bradford's great. Like it was always when healthy. He just couldn't stay healthy. And Sam Bradford, very accurate quarterback. Good guy for sure. But really, he just couldn't stay on the field. And that was really frustrating as a Rams fan. But I haven't heard what he's doing now. I'm pretty sure he's out of the NFL. I hope he is for the sake of his body. Because he was made of glass, it seemed. What are the thoughts on the LA Rams uniforms? I love, especially the new uniforms. I love them a lot. Rams are one of the best looking teams in the NFL. I like most Rams fans. I don't like it when we wear the royal blue on the royal blue because we lose. We're now, I think, 0-4 when wearing those jerseys. But yeah, no, I love like the ram horn on the helmet. I love like the blue and yellow together, or blue and gold, or blue and soul, or even the bone jerseys are cool too. I have to admit, I do think that the royal blue and the bone, like the newest jerseys, they look best when they are in SoFi. I don't like there's other stadiums that they go to, and I like the jerseys do look kind of weird. But in SoFi, I think all the jersey combinations look amazing, and it goes really well with the branding. And yeah, Just Vibes is. I love how you have to clarify that JV is Just Vibes. That's cool. OBJ to the Bengals makes most sense. Okay. He's close with Burrow and Shea. Oh, interesting. Okay. And I'm pretty sure the Bengals are high up in the waiver order. Oh, interesting. Huh. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I hadn't thought of him going to the Bengals, but I could see that. Yeah, yeah. Okay, interesting. Oh, we'll keep watch. Thoughts on SoFi Stadium? I want to go. I want to go bad, man. I would love to go to SoFi Stadium. Oh man, it looks so cool. It looks like something out of a movie. Next level, futuristic, like virtual reality stuff. And yeah, I've done like tons of virtual tours online and seen tons of pictures and watched tons of videos of it. It's been cool watching it get built. And I think like I'm not an engineer, but like I think the engineering aspect of SoFi is really cool, like how it's kind of dug underground and then it's like the canopy over top of it. with the transparent, roof. So yeah, I think it's so beautiful, so cool. North Dallas 40 again. North Dallas 40. Your previous comment, I forgot to say this. Thank you, North Dallas 40. You've been a great subscriber, and just I really appreciate what you do for this channel, and thank you so much for. I know you give the sometimes the comments other people don't want to hear, but I really appreciate you as a person and a human being, and yeah, being part of this community. Can Les Snead trade the Chargers out of LA? He's he's a hustler, but I don't know if he can hustle that yet. Just right. As a Bears fan, I've been enjoying being on Twitter today because of all the Rodgers drama. Packers fans are in shambles. I'm loving it. Yeah, like I watched the full Aaron Rodgers interview on Pat McAfee today, all 45 minutes of it, and then I also watched the 45-minute Tom Grossi and Brandon Perna stream on it, and so it's interesting. It's cool. I don't particularly feel the need to make a ton of comments about it. To me, it's just fascinating that something like that can get blown up. Just because it's funny because the NFL knew about his situation, and so did the Packers, and the media feels hurt that they didn't know, and now it's being blown up, and it's clickbait to the max, and yeah. No, I'm happy that 48. Well, at least you corrected yourself there. Yeah, the 49ers and Cardinals play on Sunday, so that'll be interesting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. The sports star. What if the Titans traded for Aaron Donald before the game started? Well, the trade deadline has passed, my friend. So, you can't do it. Plus, Aaron Donald. I'm pretty sure he has a no trades clause in his contract because he signed an 8-year contract many years ago. So Aaron Donald would have to leave the Rams. Would have to want to leave the Rams, which he doesn't. The Rams definitely don't want to trade him. He's not on the trade block. But I'll play your game. What if? I would be so sad. I would post a video. I would post a poll on my community tab, and I do a live stream of me just crying for an hour. So yeah, glad he's a Ram. I think yellow and Rams uniforms look like mustard bottle, which is so funny. Okay, that's interesting. Hey, well, we all remember the 49ers and Rams game when they had the color rush jerseys from a couple years ago, and it was known as the Condiment Bowl, and it was just mustard versus ketchup. Thoughts on Mcveigh? I love Coach Mcveigh. I hope he's here with a ton of I hope he has tons of success. I want to see him become the greatest coach in NFL history. He's off to a fantastic start. Earned his 50th win, regular season win this past week, and huge fan of Sean McVay. Changed the Rams, future when we hired him as a 30-year-old, head coach. And this franchise has had some terrible coaching for many years before him, and so it was such a breath of fresh air as a football fan to not watch trash football every Sunday, which is it's great knowing that every game we can win. We're not wishing we can win. There's no team in this league that we can't beat, and a large part of that is because Coach McVay is a good coach. Yeah. OBJ will hurt your team more than help. He has bad attitude and gets way too much. He's hurt way too much. Yeah, I'll have to be honest. Since he went to Cleveland, there's times I totally forgot he was there. And maybe that's why he's getting released. I know his dad posted the video, which again, so lame that he's a grown man and your dad is posting video footage of you throwing shade on your current team, and be a professional. So I didn't follow the whole situation. I only read a couple of articles, saw some interviews, but I again, like, it's one of those things. We're super low on the waiver priority, so maybe put a waiver request in for him, check him out, and then, like, if you're like, this isn't going to work out, cut him again, let him go somewhere else. But again, I don't think the Rams will get him. I really don't. Yeah. Go Rams! Yeah. Yeah. I'm curious. SG, I'm curious. It's awesome. Like, why do you have are you a Rams fan or a 49ers fan? Because you have a 49ers logo in your profile. So I'm curious. Talk to me. That's curious to me. OBJ forced his way to Cleveland because he hated Big. Yeah, like, I guess that's the word on the street. Yeah. So I don't know if you want to do that. We'll see. Roberto Hastings, hello. Thanks for tuning in and subscribing to this channel. He's saying, what's up, man? How you doing, Payo? I am well. It's been a busy day. I had a busy day at work. Fridays, they're always kind of hectic in my work, but it was a good day, and looking forward to this awesome weekend coming up. And Aaron Donald and Von Miller are going to be scary. Yeah, I am looking forward to it. I think that we are definitely going to see some sacks. Yep. And I think we're going to give some headaches to some O-lines for sure. Baker Mayfield, I think he's unfortunately in that category of like a good quarterback that got overdrafted. Like a solid starting quarterback, not a superstar. Not going to take over a game for you, but he was drafted number 1 overall, so that's the expectation. And when you can't meet those expectations, people get upset with you. So he'll always be like criticized with that, former number 1 overall pick status. But yeah, the Browns have to make a decision if they're going to pay him or use that 5th-year option on him. And yeah, we will continue to monitor that situation. Just Vibes, what's the backstory on how you became a Rams fan? Yeah, so I see both these are together, so I'll combine it. What made you become a Rams fan? Well, so I grew up in a very much I'm here in Canada, but I grew up in a family that loves football, and I'm the youngest in my family, and my brother is a huge 49ers fan. My dad is a very huge Cowboys fan. And they would always watch football. And I remember when I was a little kid, I'd be playing Lego or something while they watched football. And I think somewhere, in my youth, I was like, oh, like, I want to have a team. Like, I want to do it. And in that year, that was the year of Kurt Warner. And I thinking back, like, the earliest I remember would have been like they played the who was it? Like, I knew they were playing the 49ers because my brother was cheering for them, and they beat them that year. And they beat them good. And I remember, like, maybe it was a little rebellion against my brother or something. I don't know. I remember liking the Kurt Warner story because my dad and brother would talk about, like, isn't that crazy? Like, a couple of years ago, he was like stocking grocery shelves, and now he's like in the NFL on like this amazing offense. And I just remember like watching that team, and like that team was a lot of fun to watch. Very explosive offense. Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, Marshall Faulk, Ricky Prohl, Orlando Pace as a left tackle was such a fun personality as well. I fell in love with the team that season, and that's why I'm really excited about this Kurt Warner movie, because I feel like it's largely to do with that season, the 99 season. And that's, the year that they beat the Tennessee Titans in the Super Bowl by 1 yard. And that's just sort of like solidified my fandom to the Rams. And like, I remember my brother saying to me, and it was after they beat the 49ers, and I remember him distinctly saying to me, like, hey, like, you can pick the Rams as your team. That's okay. But don't be a bandwagoner. Like, if they're your team for life. And that always kind of stuck with me. And so yeah, I've always stuck with the Rams, and I love the Rams. I'm routinely learning more and more about their history, which I really appreciate, not just from their St. Louis days, but also when they were first in LA, and even going back to like Cleveland, where they started. I always enjoy learning about Rams history, and just, yeah, the Rams are my favorite team. And thank you both for those questions, for sure. Yeah, Von Miller, love it, love it, love it. You can watch my reaction video on it, where I was so giddy when I got that notification that Von Miller was being traded to the Rams. I'm still giddy about it. Oh, I'm over the moon. I cannot wait. I really think he helps secure that edge, and yeah, we're gonna give some O-line some heartache. Yeah, that's. North Dallas 40. I hear you. That's, you feel, because Sebastian Jones today, especially because he was having a good season, and so he's likely to miss the rest of the season. Who are your top 5 favorite Rams? This switches for me. Like, it really does. Like, if I were to just go off the top of my head right now, like, definitely, like, I love Eric Dickerson, Marshall Faulk, Steven Jackson, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, Kurt Warner, even like Jack Youngblood. You go back to that, or like Elroy Hurst, like Crazy Legs. Like, if you look up his highlights, like, that guy was nuts. The way he ran. I love Orlando Pace. Like, as a left tackle, he really, like, there's an argument that he is like the best left tackle in the history of the NFL. Like, he's just so amazing. But yeah, a huge fan of all the Rams. I have a hard time with like narrowing down to a top 5 of all time. OJ Atogwe was a safety for the Rams for a long time that I really enjoyed. And just because the Rams defense was horrible, but he was like the one bright spot in like the late 2000s. And he was also Canadian, which I'm a Canadian, so that was cool. And like, I have a friend who went to high school with him, and so that was kind of cool. But yeah, I have a hard time saying like, oh, these are my definitive top 5 Rams. But like, I love, like, if you were to ask me that, 5 times, it would probably be a little bit different every time. But definitely the Rams running backs history, like, you gotta love the Rams running backs. Yeah, it's fantastic. What are some of your favorite moments of LA Rams history? Yeah. I think I you think back to, like, again, a large part of my life, the Rams have been in St. Louis. So I I know that, but I'm definitely learning more and more about the history in LA. I think there's been some really fun games in the Coliseum. Like, definitely that Chiefs Rams game is probably my favorite football game of all time. Again, I say this all the time. If I've had a bad day, I sometimes just go to YouTube and watch the highlights from that Rams Chiefs games, just to like, oh yeah, like, we won 54-51 over Patrick Mahomes. So that's definitely one of my favorites. But yeah, like, you think back to, like, if you look, Eric Dickerson's, I wasn't alive at the time, but if you rewatch the highlight from like his rookie season, and man, Eric Dickerson was crazy even as a rookie. And just, yeah, I really, really enjoy those moments. Let's see. I like your voice, Payo. You always have so much energy. Hey, I appreciate that. I try. I definitely, some days I'm tired, but yeah, I get energized by people, and yeah. So the fact that, like, there's 7 people right now watching, I think that's so tubular, and like, I appreciate you guys coming in on a Friday night. I'm sure you could be off partying or doing 1,000 other things, with the fact that you would tune into my stream means a lot, and I say thank you. And yeah, thanks for the compliment. You should be a hype man for the LA Rams. Oh, I would love that. I would love that. Oh yeah, one day, maybe one day. Yeah, I love it. Seabass, I'm sad he's injured. It's a big blow. It'll probably be I want to say it'll probably be Gaines that takes his spot. And he played well last game, but we'll I especially Sebastian, he's just such a fun personality. If you check out he has a YouTube channel where he reviews like LA restaurants, and that's a really fun. He's quite the personality for sure. Gia, welcome in. Happy Friday to you. Can't wait for Sunday. I'm excited to see Vaughn will do it with Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd. Yeah, Gio, I am excited beyond belief. Oh man, I am over the moon, stoked. Can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. Gio, thank you. I know you haven't been a subscriber for very long, but I really appreciate you. You've been really involved in the community, and just really, really appreciate you. And the road to 1,000 subs is coming. It's coming. Rival Comics, likewise, really appreciate you as a subscriber and coming on the polls and just being here on the watch parties. And he's saying, did you see Von Miller's post on Instagram about OBJ? You know what? I just saw it like moments before I went live today. And that's funny. That's funny. We'll see. We'll see. But that was funny. Von Miller should have his own YouTube channel. Actually, Von Miller does have his own YouTube channel. And I remember when he got traded, I found it, and he only had like 2,000 subscribers. And I was like, how could someone with his status like only have 2,000 subscribers? And if you check now, he's like close to 10,000. So he's gained like a couple thousand this week. But yeah, he had a great video about him. It's sort of a vlog channel about his life, and I'm looking forward to watching more of his content. Definitely go subscribe to Von Miller's YouTube channel. Like, comment, subscribe. That guy is awesome. Yep. Hey, TuneLink man, how are you tonight? Thanks for tuning in. Get it? Pun, tuning in. Anyway, I try to be funny. But appreciate you being part of this community. I'm excited to see more of your content. I know you're a Rams content creator, and I would love to have you as a guest on my YouTube channel called SG Sports. Yeah, hey SG, let me check it out. I kind of have a rule. I have to be honest, I haven't checked out your channel yet. I'm going to for sure. And you know what? Here, let me look it up right now on my phone. I kind of have a rule with collabs because I made a mistake. One of my first collabs I ever did, it was horrible. I had a guy on the channel. I won't say who it was. He was a jerk. Like, he was just a total knob. And I'm not about that. Like, I'm not very good at trash talking. I'm not much of a hater. That's what this guy wanted. I deleted it off my channel because it was just like, it wasn't fun. Like, it wasn't a good video, and it's not something I want to do. So I kind of, ever since then, I have this rule that before I collab with anyone, I need to watch a little bit of their stuff. I'll definitely check out some of your stuff. SG Sports Talk channel. All right, let me see if I can find you here. And I found you, and I subscribed to you, so you have a new subscriber. And I'll watch your stuff, and maybe we can reach out over Twitter or Instagram. But I have a rule. I'll only ever collab with people I've watched some of their stuff, because I never want to do that again. Hello, Phineas Foreign. Welcome, Finessed Foreign. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being part of this community, and really appreciate you as a subscriber. Saying Greg Gaines will do fine, especially with Vaughn now in the addition. Maybe we trade the Floyd contract. I guarantee teams. Well, the trade deadline has passed. So we can't trade anymore this season until, I believe, March. And so and Leonard Floyd has been playing really good for the Rams. So definitely, like, this year, like this season, we're not trading Floyd. But I'm sure if we needed to trade Floyd, that's someone other teams would be interested in the offseason. But I don't think. I don't know. Like, it'll depend on how the re-signing of Von Miller goes. because he is on the last year of his deal. So we'll see. But yeah, as for this season, Les Snead is not allowed to trade anymore in the season because the deadline has passed. Do you really think OBJ is going to be? I don't. And first off, Aneta, thank you so much for being here, and really appreciate you coming on in. And no, I don't think he'll be at the Rams. We're 30th on the waiver claim. I feel like other teams would put a waiver claim in, before the Rams would. Yeah, we will definitely continue to monitor the situation. But like my mindset is like take a flyer. You never know. But I don't think he'll be a Ram. I don't think the Rams are the best place for him to go if he really does want the ball more, because we have Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods and Van Jefferson who are all balling out, and I don't see OBJ getting much more than what Deshaun Jackson was getting. So yeah. Jared, hello, and thank you for being a subscriber. Jared's been here for a long time also. I really appreciate you, man. And yeah, this Sunday could be tough. Definitely going to be watching it prime time in SoFi, as they say. And yeah, really looking forward to checking out more more news as it comes. I know the Titans have some injury. They have a longer injury report than the Rams do. So definitely we're going to keep track of that. But yeah, this could be a tough one, but I think the Rams can take them. I mean, we don't have Derrick Henry to deal with, so that might help. CG Ruthless Sports, hello. CG, thank you for all you've done for this channel. I know CG is a huge 49ers fan and content creator. And thanks. You've had me on your channel. You've definitely, just been a blessing, in this YouTube journey, an encourager, and you've, gotten me some other subscribers. So really, really appreciate that. And yeah, I really thankful that that you're part of this community as well, CG. I've enjoyed getting to know you. Jared Goff is somewhere punching the air. I like I always like to consider the human side of football, right? And Jared Goff, like the guy's, again, I don't feel bad for him. Like he's made a ton of money. He is set in that regards. And I hope he is a stable enough person to know that he in self-aware enough that just like his talent is not on the level of Stafford. But yeah, that's gotta hurt seeing Stafford come to the Rams and succeed, be in the MVP conversation. And then the fact is the guy hasn't won a game without McVeigh. And that's on him. That's on him. And I've watched all the highlights to every Lions game just because I still do cheer for Goff. Like I wish him nothing but success. But like the reality is he's just made so many Jared Goff throws. And I'm glad he's not the quarterback of the Rams anymore. As a person, we'll continue to cheer for him, wish him nothing but success. But yeah, he honestly, like, he is playing for his NFL career right now. I don't see him being a starter much longer. And that's just the reality of it. And yeah, you're not jerking. I would love that. Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thanks. Yeah, I'll check out some of your stuff, man. I'll go on your stream after the Cardinals game show. Yeah. See, you know what? We'll talk. Because I'm gonna do something special for this Sunday because we're in prime time. I'm still trying to figure that out. Saturday is normally my planning day for Sunday, where I plan out the watch party and stuff. But yeah, we'll connect, CG. Oh yeah. Hey, CG is a pretty cool dude, SG. So maybe you guys can connect. Yeah. CG. I saw that maybe the Raiders pick him up. That could be a good fit. That might be the best fit, especially with Ruggs. Not with the team anymore. Yeah, we'll continue to monitor. It's if nothing else, it's a big name. Like OBJ's a big name. So it'll be interesting to see yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it all goes. Have you noticed about a Raiders player who got released? Jared, I'm not sure what you mean. Like, have you noticed about a Raiders player who got released? I'm assuming you mean about Henry Ruggs and that very unfortunate situation with the DUI. Yeah, I'm not sure. So if that's what you're talking about, yes, I've noticed it. Yeah. I totally think we can trade players for picks. So many players on our team with value, but I see Fowler and Woods being great trade value. Maybe Hendo just because our depth isn't, but again, the trade deadline has passed. So if a trade's going to happen, it'll be in March in the off season, which though, this roster, it's going to be so interesting. The Rams off season is going to be fascinating because we have over $40 million in dead money coming off the books. And yeah, we have some players that we need to be re-signed and some contracts renegotiated, like Joseph Noteboom. We need to know what we're going to do with him. Big Wit's probably going to retire, I'm guessing. He almost retired last year, but then he took a pay cut and came back this year. So, yeah, I don't know. Then Von Miller, you have to have that conversation. So like we have some contracts that we gotta sort out. But again, as the Rams Twitter page has said, we're all in, right? We're trying to win now, baby. That's right. We're going to the Super Bowl this year. We're all in. Love the Von Miller. Love the aggression. And I also think it's like people don't seem to get what the Rams are doing. Like they think we have no draft capital next year. The Rams planned it that way. Like we still have, I believe, 4 picks, and then we're projected to get 4 or 5 comp picks. So like we're still gonna have like 8 draft picks probably in next year's draft. There'll be later rounds, but that's the Rams just do it differently, and I love it. I love it. Les Snead was on Rich Eisen yesterday. Did a fantastic job of spelling out how like the formula is different. And yeah, I would much rather trade first round picks for top tier talent than take these these essentially lottery tickets on these players. You just don't know. Like most first round players don't work out, right? And so yeah, I love what the Rams are doing, and I hope they keep doing it. Tune I forgot to my Rams Titans preview. Hey, there's still time, man. Like if you put it out, as long as it's before the game, a preview vid matters. Doing a preview vid after the game, it's maybe a little, maybe it doesn't have the most point in the world, but yeah, man. During the 40, was it? Oh yeah. Oh CG. Yeah. No. Oh yeah. Man, I've had so many 49ers YouTubers that I love, and I love seeing their live stream. CG, you're definitely one of them, and I want to connect definitely with CG, but I want to talk to some of the other 49ers YouTubers as well. I'm going to be doing a lot of collabing next week. I've strategically scheduled my job to allow me to have some time to get some collabs in next week, and I'm pumped. Totally pumped. Yes, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, Jared, it's such an unfortunate situation. I feel for the family involved that obviously someone lost their life, and that they lost their life of a preventable situation. And so that's heartbreaking. But yeah, I like, and Ruggs rightfully so, got released, and he'll probably face some jail time. And I loved seeing Derek Carr's press conference about him and how he's still going to support him and be there for him, and because he needs that. And I hope that the family involved has a support network around them as well. But yeah, we'll continue to monitor. Well, no, actually, we won't continue to monitor. Sorry, that was just, I went into kind of the giveaway answer mode. That's a personal situation, and we'll see if Henry Ruggs ever gets in the NFL. His career is likely over. Yeah. Oh, thanks, SG. You're too kind. Yeah, shared my thoughts there. I love you as a person. Oh, hey, dude. Uh, my whole life has been nothing but being humbled. And so I am a-okay with that. I appreciate your words of encouragement, but yeah, no, my whole life has been one getting humbled after humbled after humbled, and I very much am thankful for that. I am a believer in Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, and I have a relationship with Him, and that guides my life. And if anyone ever watches this and wants to talk about that, I'm more than happy to chat about that beyond football for sure. Rival. Wait, so in the off season, do we have to resign all the players? No, rival. So, great question. Um, we have some players that are under contract for multiple years. Like I forget the exact date. I feel like it was 20. I want to say 2017 that we signed Aaron Donald to like an 8-year contract. I know Woods and Cup. I think they have 2 years left on their deals. But so for guys like Von Miller or Joseph Noteboom, this is a contract year for them. So they're playing for their next contract either with the Rams or with another team. But no, we don't have to re-sign everybody, but each player's contract is negotiated kind of one-on-one, and they have agents, and then the Rams have their agents, and you have that the bartering, and that's kind of the business side of football that sometimes can be annoying, but it is kind of interesting for sure. TuneLink, man, any collab stream during the game? Oh, you know what? TuneLink, that's a good idea. Yeah, you know what? TuneLink. Oh, yeah. TuneLink, if you have Twitter or Instagram, I'd love if we could chat about that privately, what that looks like. But yeah, I'd be game. I'd be totally game. Which YouTubers would you like to collaborate? Honestly, like CG's. I love collabing with CG. Jay in the Bay. John Jay with 49ers Ultimate Report. Like those 49ers YouTubers, Niners Sickness with Bato. Those have been some really fun collabs. I collaborated with there's a Vikings YouTuber named Jade. And she was a lot of fun just because she's so pessimistic. Like she's a huge Vikings fan, but she's so fed up with Kirk Cousins and Mike Zimmer. And so I really enjoyed collaborating with Jade, and definitely going to collab with her the week that the Rams play the Vikings. But she's so salty about the Vikings. It's just really funny. Okay. Well, would you like to collaborate? I'd love to collaborate. Like, if I ever got the chance to collaborate with like Tom Grassi or like That's Good Sports, that'd be cool. Or Urinating Tree, or Scooter Magruder. I love Scooter Magruder. Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty down to collab with anyone as long as I've seen their content and I know they're actually gonna like talk about football. Like my whole thing is like I love talking football. I love it, right? But if it's gonna turn into this, like you are this and blah blah blah, like trying to be like a first taker undisputed wannabe show, I'm not about that life. No. I love genuine, authentic conversation. Um, some of the Cardinals YouTubers I've collaborated with have been really cool. Like the Cardinal Rule or Mauro Tanaka have been really cool. Yeah, I really, the collaborating is one of my favorite parts about this YouTube thing for sure. Because you get to meet and interact with people that you never would have otherwise. TuneLink. Okay, you know what, TuneLink? I'm gonna add you on Twitter, and definitely gonna check out. I want to, yeah. We after I'm done this stream today, I'll send you a message, and yeah, we will connect. I want to make sure. I remember I tried to find you on Twitter, but that was a couple. Yeah, okay, I found you here. All right, you are followed, my friend. Yes, and I will connect with you after the stream. Thanks for reaching out. SG Sports Talk Channel. What are your top 5 sports movies? Ooh, there's some good ones. Oh man, Remember the Titans is up there. Gridiron Gang. McFarlane was a lot of fun. Love it. Invincible was great. The Replacements or Second String, those were fantastic. The Longest Yard, both versions were great. Again, a top 5. Like, there's just so many. I enjoy Miracle. A lesser known one by a lot of Americans, but if you look at the Canada versus Russia 72 is a really good hockey movie. The Mighty Ducks trilogy, love it. Oh, the Mighty Ducks, love it. I loved Like Mike as a basketball movie was cool. Space Jam is cool. Mainly just the original Space Jam soundtrack. Muy bien. Loved it. And I'm trying to think of other one. The Greatest Game. It was a golfing movie with Shia LaBeouf. That was a good one. Thoughts on Shanahan? I think he's a good coach. If the sorry, I got a message here. It might be breaking news, so I gotta check it out. No, okay, no, it's not. I Kyle Shanahan, I think, is a great head coach. Situationally, absolutely, you can criticize him. He has made some unfortunate decisions in game before for the Niners. I don't see him. I don't see him getting fired. Mainly because I know, like, the Niners aren't stupid. They know, like, if Kyle Shanahan got fired, he would have a job like that. Like, you can't tell me that, like, the Vikings wouldn't pick him up, or like, I don't know. Like, I think of, like, some of these other teams that will be looking for, like, the Raiders are probably looking for a new head coach unless their interim guy does well. But yeah, like, I don't think the Niners would fire Shanahan unless the Niners, like, get destroyed the rest of the season, which I don't think they're going to. I don't see him getting fired. But Shanahan, he does need to win some games, because you can't keep having the excuses of injuries for years upon years upon years upon years. At some point, at this point, like, he's only had one winning season. Now, he made it to the Super Bowl in that winning season, but I don't know. There's been more successful coaches that have been fired for less, so that is something to be conscious of for sure. Sean Payton, he is a fantastic head coach. I feel like, the Saints will have him until he retires, and you even see him this year. I appreciate what Sean Payton is. He's one of the coaches that's not afraid to change the way he does things. Some coaches just get stuck in their ways. But I appreciate what Sean Payton with the Saints. He's done some really cool things throughout his time with them. So yeah, I enjoy that. Michelle, hello, welcome. And he's saying, I feel if you wait until waivers, sign OBJ for a chip run, use him as the wide receiver 2 or 3, then he can decide to be a free agent after you aren't tied to him. If you decide to bring him back, he'll do it for you. Yeah, I hear you. I don't think that's I don't want to say it's not on the Rams' radar, but I think there's other teams that would make more of a priority to get OBJ. But again, we'll see. We'll see. It's definitely, it's worth, continuing to monitor the situation. You're right. If he does clear waivers, then he is a free agent and any team can sign him. So maybe that'll happen. Yeah, we'll see. SG, you are so kind to me tonight. Yeah. But yeah, man, I love talking football, and I always say, like, I'm a huge Rams fan. They're my favorite team by far. It's not even close. But I am a football fan first, and I love the game of football. And I love talking football with anyone who will talk football with me in a cordial way. Thoughts on Posey retiring from the San Francisco? I really can't talk. I don't know enough about baseball. I don't follow it that much. So sorry, I can't talk about that. Thoughts on Drew Brees? Love Drew Brees. He's one of the greatest NFL passers ever. Nice touch on the ball. And yeah, he definitely retired at the right time. You could tell he was getting at the end last year. Really, really cool dude. My favorite, probably my favorite time watching Drew Brees was when he had Marcus Colston and kind of like that group there in like 2010, 2011. That was some fun Saints teams to watch for sure. Teddy Bridgewater, I feel like he's again a journeyman quarterback. Just because of injuries, he kind of missed his shot at being a long-time starter. And you see him with the Broncos now, and you kind of get the sense that he isn't the answer for the future, and he's always going to kind of be like a placeholder quarterback for his career, or a backup. And yeah, I think that's kind of the way that Teddy Bridgewater's career is going to go. I don't see him winning a Super Bowl. I would love to see it. He's a good guy. Not someone I would ever cheer against as a person. And so yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on Bridgewater. SG, I'll give you a couple more that I am going to end this stream shortly. But yeah, Cousins. Again, it's if he didn't get paid so much money, I think people would be really happy with Cousins. But because he gets paid so much money, he's clearly a talented quarterback. But yeah, again, similar to Shanahan, just like situationally, you can criticize him, and like he'll always have that narrative of like he just struggles to win the big game or win in prime time. But yeah, like definitely an arm talent, more athletic than people give him credit for. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see. The Vikings actually are one of the teams I've enjoyed watching this year. Not that I'm like actively cheering for them or anything, but I am curious to see how, like in the wild card race in the NFC, the Vikings are definitely a player in there. And because I think they're only one game out of it right now. So, interesting team moving forward, and Cousins is a large part of that. Honestly, I have not watched a lot of Jaguars football. To me, they're borderline unwatchable. The few games I've seen, I did watch the game they won in London. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence seems like a good dude, but definitely he's adjusting to the speed of the NFL game. He needs to continue to develop as a player and as I know he got married, which is cool. Congrats to him. But yeah, like all young players, they have to mature on and off the field. And he seems very mature for his age, absolutely. But I think that he'll have his struggles this season for sure, and it's gonna be pretty brutal before it gets better. Yeah, it was an absolute honor for me to hop onto your stream, and I want to say keep doing what you're doing, and you'll be very. Oh, thank you, SG. I really appreciate that, and yeah, I'll check out your channel, man, and yeah, we'll connect for sure. Anyway, everyone, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you for joining me on this fantastic Friday. I hope you're doing well. Please like, comment, and subscribe, all that jazz. I'm so thankful for this YouTube journey. It has been one of the highlights of my life this past year. I know I'm getting close to that 1,000 subscribers, and it's maybe this weekend it happens. Who knows? But if you're watching this, know you are loved. You are amazing. Created in the image of God, fearfully and wonderfully made, with a purpose. And yeah, I think I'm honored that you would click on this video or subscribe to this channel or interact with this media in any kind of consumption. Anyway, blessings, everyone. Have a great weekend. And there will be a poll question posting soon, probably after this stream, and then about the touchdowns. And then for the live stream on Sunday, I'll start it probably 15-20 minutes before the game starts. So we'll see you at the watch party. Awesome. You guys are awesome. Have a great night. And as always, go Rams. Horns up. I'm Payo Time, and I'm peacing out.